Sylvie Cooper is a detached, socially awkward teenager attending an elite private school. One afternoon at a local hangout spot, where Ivy, a brash but clever girl from a poor background, swings from a rope tied to a tree. Sylvie witnesses Ivy mercilessly ending the suffering of an injured dog by smashing its skull with a metal pipe. Soon after, Sylvie finds herself in the school office, facing punishment for phoning in a bomb threat to a television station where her father works. Ivy appears, and the two strike up a conversation.
You know that lame guy who does the editorials? He said that teenagers are too hormonally imbalanced to have driver's licenses. He said the age should be raised to 21.
Later, when Sylvie's father Darryl arrives to pick her up, Ivy asks for a ride home. Although Darryl initially hesitates, he reluctantly agrees and allows Ivy to sit in the front seat.
I get car sick. Do you mind if I sit in front?
Where she leans forward in a way that blatantly flirts with him, revealing her attraction to older men. Ivy's behavior is bold, placing her bare feet on the dashboard and hitching her skirt up, ensuring Darryl notices her. A few weeks pass before Sylvie and Ivy meet again at the same hangout. As they walk back to Sylvie's mansion, Sylvie confides that Darryl is actually her adoptive dad, that her biological father was African American, and that she once attempted suicide. Information she later admits was false.
But you know, when Darryl married her, he adopted me. Pretty sure it was to make her happy.
When they arrive home, Sylvie's mother Georgie, who is chronically ill and reliant on an oxygen tank, catches them talking about suicide. Initially wary of Ivy, Georgie warms to her after Ivy impresses her with academic achievements and helps unblock her oxygen machine.
One day with the top down is better than a lifetime in a box.
Before long, Ivy is practically living in the Cooper household, sleeping in Sylvie's room, sharing her clothes, and ingratiating herself to both parents. Ivy's influence over the family grows even more pronounced after Sylvie has an argument with her parents.
Ivy, would you take me in the room, please?
Ivy convinces Sylvie to get a matching tattoo, symbolic of a blood sister bond, as a way to rebel. Then, when Darryl hosts a party at his house to boost his career prospects, Ivy seizes an opportunity. She intercepts a call meant for Sylvie's boss, telling him Sylvie has to work that night, so Ivy can take her place.
The 16th? Yeah, she's free. No problem.
Dressing in Georgie's clothes and straightening her hair, Ivy attends the party, dances with Darryl in the kitchen, and lets her former, accidentally, flirt turn into an outright affair. Georgie discovers Ivy and Darryl together, but Ivy smooths things over, claiming Darryl was merely distraught and she was comforting him. She offers Georgie a glass of champagne laced with pills, causing Georgie to pass out. While Georgie is unconscious, Ivy massages Darryl's back with her foot as he kisses her legs.
I think he came into the kitchen to cry.
From this point on, Ivy begins adopting Georgie's wardrobe, styling herself more and more like her. Tensions rise when Sylvie finds Ivy in possession of Georgie's sports car, playing with Sylvie's dog. Sylvie demands the dog choose between them. Ivy tricks the dog into coming to her, deepening Sylvie's jealousy. Disturbed, Sylvie skips school to sort her thoughts, but Darryl picks Ivy up later, takes her to a forested area, gets drunk, and has sex with her.
Did I hurt you?
Ivy.
I can handle this.
The next morning, Georgie puts on her daughter's homemade record and steps outside onto the balcony, just as Ivy approaches. Without warning, Ivy shoves Georgie off the balcony, staging the fall to look like another one of Georgie's own suicide threats. Weeks later, Sylvie washes Georgie's old sports car, while Ivy arrives carrying Georgie's ashes in an urn. She urges Sylvie to take one last drive to say goodbye. On the road, Ivy hums the same tune Georgie played before her death. When Sylvie confronts her, Ivy deliberately crashes the car, knocking Sylvie unconscious and arranging her body behind the wheel, so it appears Sylvie caused the wreck.
Oh, she was playing it that morning. Oh my God, you were there.
In the hospital, Sylvie experiences hallucinations of her mother, which spur her to return home and protect her family. During a storm, Sylvie slips back into unconscious-like visions as she enters the Cooper house. She stumbles upon Darryl and Ivy in bed. Horrified, she flees outside into the driving rain. Darryl searches for Sylvie, insisting Ivy stay indoors. Inside Georgie's former bedroom, Ivy presses a tape into the stereo. It's the same song that played the morning she pushed Georgie. She dons Georgie's robe and steps out onto the balcony. Sylvie, still disoriented, sees a figure in white on the balcony and believes it's her mother. Sylvie ascends to the room and embraces who she thinks is Georgie. They share a moment before Sylvie snaps out of her hallucination and realizes it's actually Ivy.
You killed her. We can all be a family.
In a frantic fight, Sylvie confronts Ivy on the balcony, and Ivy loses her grip, slipping over the edge. She clings to Sylvie's necklace for a brief moment before letting go, plummeting to her death clutching the broken chain. In the final voiceover, Sylvie admits she still loves Ivy in a way.
Still think about her. I guess. Still love her. She might have been even more alone than I was.